universe and universes, there exists two very most powerful beings alive. You have the sacred ancestor from Vampire Hunter D, and then you have the Emperor of Mankind. Now, both men has been said to have been powerful, strong in their own right. Now, I'm going to break it down to you between both men. Now, Sacred Ancestor has possibly been around for billions, maybe trillions upon years, maybe pre-universal or whatever. And the problem is, it's like he's been going around creating people, and out of his own creation, he wanted to like bring a change, and to also to see what that change does. Because at the end of the day, who doesn't want change, and who doesn't want to see your own creation be brought to life, as what he did 10,000 years ago when he met Mina, and you know, he kind of created D and then placed the arm on him, and then D became like a legendary vampire hunter who's basically crazy powerful, crazy strong, and intelligence that's through the roof. Now, during the story of the sacred ancestor and how powerful he is, he slayed thousands, maybe millions of vampires with ease, and all of them who didn't know who he was knew who he was because they was dead, compared to vampires of the nobility and the ancient vampires who knew who he was dared not to touch him. They dared not to touch him. They tried. Some did try, and then some failed. But those who knew who he was afraid and terror. Now, that man of a caliber of levels, because one, he's ancient and very old, and then he has the Akashic records that basically can change and rewrite reality and anything that's inside that universe and make it to whatever he wanted. Beyond broken. Now, you have the Emperor of Mankind, who has been, you can say, created. He's basically a man, but had thousands upon psychers to be sacrificed, and they legitimately gave this man power. They gave this man power, and it wasn't that they did it against their own will or anything. He's the father. I wouldn't say the father of, not Quincy's, but he's the father. Basically, the Emperor is the father of everybody, because he freaking all those kids that he had and stuff, and you know, he's daddy, you know, he's father, you know. But the problem is that I have with the Emperor of Mankind is that he has all of his power, but he's been defeated by his son Horus during the Heresy Wars. He has been defeated by his son, but to the point where he almost died. But during that time, he obliterated his son from all planes of existence. Now, you tell me, a loving father like that, who says, well, son, you decide to go link up with the chaos gods. You want to go link up with them because you want to become God yourself, even though my ruling and what I want to do is I want to obliterate all of religion, because the Emperor of Mankind had a point. Why do we need religion? And if religion is basically holding everybody back, because nobody can't really move forward. You have all these religions and cults and stuff. Shouldn't the world's supposed to be order and also freedom, but not doing like this ruling. And he always had it where he never wanted himself to not be worshipped as a god. He just wanted to be a person that lead the way through. But eventually it kind of turned out that way, because everybody still worshipped the guy because of his godlike presence and his godlike abilities. So even though on his deathbed, like I said, he obliterated his son from all planes of existence, and that's beyond crazy, because he knew if he would have destroyed his son, the chaos gods would have brought him back to life, and it would have been even more messed up. So even though when he had like this confusion during the times, like his son managed to kill billions upon people. So I'm just saying, like, it's your son, and that does deserve some sort of form of recognition of obliterating him from all planes of existence. Now, getting to this fight, people has been saying that the sacred ancestor can destroy the Emperor of Mankind. Now, the problem is with that, the Emperor of Mankind and the Sacred Ancestor. Now, if he uses, let's just say, the Akashic records, right? You can say massive genocide. There's a chance that he can probably do something with it. Now, he uses the Akashic records, right? He figures out who he is, whatever, and what is his power that's linked to. Yeah, okay. He destroys the one thing that's giving him power and he takes it away. Yeah, Emperor of Mankind, he's doodle, he's fodder, and he gets destroyed. It's not. Now, having those two fight each other, and let's just say like an all-out brawl, an all-out fight, no Akashic records or anything. The problem is, the Emperor of Mankind is insanely strong. He can wipe out the entire galaxy before the Sacred Ancestor could even use the Akashic records. That's how powerful we talking. We talking about levels of power that if he wanted to, he can obliterate him from all planes of existence. And there's nothing that he can do about it. Now the problem is, there's only one thing that the Emperor of Mankind can't do. He cannot use his ability to like try to like destroy his psyche or try to like mind control him. He can't do that because the problem with the Sacred Ancestor, he's been around for like millions upon years, faced countless amount of people, and his presence alone gives off that type of aura about him where it's like any sort of form of control will not work on him. His power alone exceeds anybody that has never been touched before. He's in his own class. So it's like powers like that wouldn't work. But if you was to obliterate the entire solar system, the entire galaxy, and then wiping him out completely, he would die. Because the thing is, the Sacred Ancestor is smarter, but the Emperor of Mankind is a lot stronger. He has a lot of feats on him and has experience. I wouldn't say he has experienced a lot of battle. He has experienced like a lot of battles, and in this fight, it wouldn't be age versus experience. Because both men are aged. They both men been around for long periods of time. Because you got one man who actually held his entire world and his entire division up for 10,000 years. He held that sucker up for 10,000 years, and his power alone was so doggone great that the Chaos Gods, when they knew that he obliterated his own son from all planes of existence, they all scattered. All fleets, everybody throughout the entire galaxy. Freaked out, the entire universe. Everybody was afraid. It was like, whoa, because it's like, even if he wanted to, the level of insanity of power that he can do, and even if let's just say they go all out, yeah, the planet, you talk of devastation, I think the entire planet would go. The entire planet would go if those two would actually fight. And if the fight would even to carry on for even longer periods of time, he can seal him. He has the Emperor of Mankind has like a lot in his arsenal where he doesn't even need to bust out any like thing that he wants to, like any little small like weapons or whatever, because his power alone is trifling. Like his power alone is trifling because it's like you have like a lot of people in that dimension alone that gives him power. A lot of people gives him power because they believe in his cause. They believe in the person that he stands for, and they know that he's going to lead them to a better promised land. Now, due to the Sacred Ancestor absence right now, it's like, you know, he kind of like disappeared. And not saying that I'm lowballing, because I'm not lowballing like the Sacred Ancestor or anything. Like, he is insanely strong, and he does have like a lot of feats, and his smarts could get him into maybe like, okay, he sees that he can't really physically destroy him, so okay, he does try to like use other means to try to like fight him. But here's the problem: if his own son Horus was the person that managed to like give like the scar on the Emperor of Mankind, what's to say that the Sacred Ancestor can't do it to him? What's to say that he can't just slice him down and actually almost kill him? Because here's how the fight could go: they fighting on the earth and they tearing that sucker apart. They going all in at each other. You have the Sacred Ancestor, he's freaking he's going all in. He's using his full power. And then you have the Emperor of Mankind, he's using his full power. This is how I personally see how the fight could go. Sacred Ancestor lands like a very fatal blow to the point where he is like he's going to die. And you have the Emperor of Mankind who sits there and he does the exact same thing that he does to his own son, and he obliterates him from all the planes of existence. So you have him sitting there bleeding out, dying, literally dying for the first time in his life, is actually dying, because it's like right now he sits in the golden throne. He sits in the golden throne and he's constantly being powered by the thousands upon psychers that sacrificing their own energy and their life to give him more power. And two, he has there's like a chosen one who like offers his body to him, and he can be kind of like reincarnated and be brought back. So that's how I see that actually happening. Like he probably kills the sacred ancestor and then have somebody who comes along and picks up his body, puts him on the throne chair, and be like, well, you know, we're gonna get you good again, until somebody comes along, offers their body or whatever, and then you come back to life. Because it's like it tells the tale of how powerful he is, but it's like he's not omnipotent. Like sure, he has like visions, he has like dreams, and he can see like all possible futures. Yes, he can do that, but the problem is he was like any ordinary man when it came down to his son. When his son was doing all this mischief and killing like billions upon people, he refused to believe it. He refused to believe it, and the plan was so thought out because his son was like working against him, playing his emotional card. He played everything until he finally realized, and he was like, I failed. Like for like prior, like maybe in the first time in his life, he actually failed. So it's like seeing that kinda, you can see like, you know, he's still human, but he has godlike abilities. So it's like the sacred ancestor is smarter, but like I said, the Emperor of Mankind is stronger. So both men could get good blows in, but at the end of the day, only one man is gonna walk out, and that's the Emperor of Mankind. Like I when I first seen this match, and I was like, Emperor of Mankind, who the hell is this? And then when I started seeing some stuff, I was like, really? Like he went up against like the Void Dragons. He has like thousands upon psychers every day that's given their own life and their power to feed him. Then he went up against like, well, the Chaos Gods themselves is afraid of him because of how powerful he is, and they wouldn't even dare to try to like mess with him. That's why they try to work around him to see if they can destroy other parts of like the galaxy and other parts of the area, so they can try to avoid him. But even so, they can't, because he's still there. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, he's powerful. And compared to the sacred ancestor, who's a lot smarter. Now if you say, okay, they was to go full power, right, and they was to like destroy most of the like the earth or the planet or whatever, and he uses the Akashic records, he brings everything back to life. The problem is trying to figure out how to destroy a person that can basically destroy you in an instant. Oh, and by the way, he also has the ability to stop time. So that's even more of a broken hack, because it's like, all right, yeah, they fighting for a bit. He has a lot in his arsenal. Like, I don't even understand why would you put so much into this man? Like, he can do so much. He has a lot of potential to do so much, and I'm like, damn. Like, just freaking wow and all. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm in all of this revelation of what this man can do. He's basically, when you see the Emperor of Mankind, he's like freaking Yawatch from Bleach, and he's like, yeah, he's basically Yawatch from Bleach, or I'm sorry, Yahabak from Bleach. So yeah, he's basically like that, but the entire fight itself would be broken. Both men is going to do all types of stuff to each other. Like, I would strongly say the sacred ancestor would probably put a lot of hurting on him. He would probably put like a lot of hurting on him, until eventually he goes full power and he goes all out, and then they go all out, and then, like I said, there's a lot of catastrophic going on between those two. But because it's like in the Vampire Hunter D lore, they said only one person that was able to like harm him, he said, was Vampire Hunter D himself. He was the only person that was to harm him, but was just to say that the Emperor of Mankind, who's a lot stronger, can actually do a lot more to him. Because it's like, you know, he haven't went up against a guy who can just do all types of things to him. He can destroy the galaxy, solar system, because he has like warp storms. you know, he has like all of these other types of abilities that he can do. Then he has then his sword itself that it's been made. And oh, let me even break it down to you what he can do. Like he has like soul manipulation, almost reality warping. He has what would you call it? He has the ability to like control machinery. Like he can fix machinery with just with one touch. Just he can just fix it with one touch. And it's been said that when he gave a person like immortality, they was like as if they was in the presence of God, like in the presence of godhood. That's how much power this man is dishing out. He has like all types of stuff that he can do. Now, you can't say, oh, and my bad, and also shape-shifting as well, you know, elemental, you know, all that type of stuff. But the one thing that probably isn't going to work on the, one of the hacks that's not going to work on the Sacred Ancestor is also like reality manipulation. Like if he was to do it himself, that's not going to work. Like I said before, mind control, that's not going to work because it's like, again, he has some good features in there, and the power that he's also dishing out, that's not gonna work. But power that's like strong enough to like destroy his soul and his entire well-being, that's the nail in the coffin that will kill the Sacred Ancestor. Despite any and all things that a person can do, between like a one-on-one fight, the Sacred Ancestor is screwed. One-on-one fight, he is screwed. But with the Akashic records, he has a lot. He basically, that's in his arsenal, because it's like, again, he's able to know, he has the ability to know all and see all. So if he wanted to, with the Akashic records, he can probably destroy the one thing that's giving him power. He can take away the one thing that's giving him power and then probably obliterate him on the spot. And then that wouldn't even be like a basically a match. And all the abilities, as I explained to you, that he has probably will be rendered useless. It will probably be rendered useless to a degree, because it's like the things that he's doing to him is not going to work. With the Akashic records, he's basically null and voiding everything. He's null and voiding everything and stuff. And all of the technological advancements that the Sacred Ancestor have, like Big Bang Accelerator, his own little personal dimension, other type of weaponries that he has, it will all be turned over to the Emperor of Mankind. Because if, let's just say, like, yeah, it's getting a little too crazy, he fires up the Big Bang Accelerator and be like, well, I will just obliterate this entire universe entirely. He's like, well, I can stop that, turn that whole sucker against you, and have it just maybe kill you, you know. But it makes you wonder, if that would have been the case, if he would have enough power to destroy maybe the entire universe, it's a possibility that the Sacred Ancestor could survive. He could survive having like being like, if the entire galaxy was destroyed and he's just floating around, he could survive that. He could survive that, because due to the fact that he has been around for multiple amount of years. And it is possible that in this theory, that I'm going to give it to you, a little small theory, that he comes from another universe, and maybe in that universe he probably destroyed it and then found his way over to the new universe. I call it Universe 2. He found his way over to Universe 2, recreated it with the Akashic records, and then just chilled out on it to Earth, waited like few millions upon years, and then 10,000 years later, that's when he came up with an idea to create like a hybrid. And then that's when Vampire Hunter D was born, and that's when his brother was born, and then so on and so on and so on. That's my little theory on what the Sacred Ancestor, I believe, who probably what he did compared to now, you know, compared to now. But yeah, that's what I personally think on this fight. That with the Akashic records, with the Akashic records, the Sacred Ancestor would have like a somewhat of a chance against him. He would have a chance against the Emperor of Man. He would have like some sort of a chance against him, because like I said, he can basically like take away the things that's giving him power, render his entire maybe existence useless. But without it, he's screwed. He is screwed. Like he's gonna put up a good ass fight. I give you that. He's gonna put up a good ass fight. Probably be enough to kill him. But after that, that's it. He's gonna obliterate his soul and everything from the entire existence, and that's it. That is it. So I know a lot of people out there probably might not agree, probably not may not agree with what I'm saying here because they might feel a type of way about it, but this is what I think. That the sacred ancestor is smarter, and the emperor of man is basically stronger. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So if you like what you heard what you like. Please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff, and I will catch you later.